here's a MeteoMark weather update here. So let's take a look at a link Kate and Nate sent in from near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If we take a look at that link, flooding with all these hills come valleys, deluge of rain, and flash flooding. That pretty much sums it up here by the triblive.com. These from the Tribune Review. Justin Merriman sent a lot, actually took a lot of these pictures off of the Tribune triblive.com site, and you can see basically I'll highlight here 3 inches of rain sent many creeks. This fell in a very short period of time. This sent a lot of creeks over their banks, and this is a problem that we've been dealing with across much of the Northeast and will continue. Many roads are closed. Most of the southbound areas coming out of going out of Pittsburgh at this time are closed. If you live on the south side of the river, you're advised to just stay home, don't go anywhere. States of emergency for 6 Allegheny County municipalities, including Elizabethboro Township and Findlay, Jefferson Hills, West Elizabeth, and Oakdale. There's a lot of problems going on here with a lot, and of course power's out, of course, with a lot of the flooding. So this is a scenario that's been playing out across the Northeast for many days now. Thank you, Kate and Nate, for sending this link. And I will, here, let's take a look at what we're expecting during the next 48 hours here for rainfall totals across much of the country and the Northeast included here. We got a lot of heavy rain continuing across the Northeast, more batches of showers and thunderstorms, but luckily that front will be pushing to the east, and we'll start seeing the flooding threats press further towards the East Coast, especially the Southeast here, where we could get a general 3 to 5 inches of rain in the next 2 days. So let's take a look at what we got going on in the tropics here. We've got, we actually have the circulation here, what's trying to hold on here of Chantal. Chantal continues to actually try to reorganize here, but it's having a really hard time interacting with the higher mountaintops. These mountaintops in Hispaniola, upwards of 10,000 feet, and it's interacting with this landmass here. Is not, the center of circulation is really, at this point, not completely closed. So it's trying to make a comeback, but it's, as I've said before, many tropical systems that head over Hispaniola really have a hard time reorganizing once they cross Hispaniola. But nevertheless, we expect Chantal to remain a tropical system and head off in the direction of the Florida Peninsula, where we think it will stall for many days. So this is not good news for Florida. And some of the models bend it back towards out into the Gulf of Mexico afterwards. But this should remain relatively weak tropical system. The problem is with weak tropical systems, they tend to move slower and they tend to drop a lot more rain than more powerful hurricane systems. So we're going to continue to watch that in the tropics for any possible problems with, like I said, torrential rain is going to be the main problem. All the models have shifted pretty much further west with this system, taking it up across Cuba and then across Florida, and right now it doesn't look like it's going to head up the East Coast, so we'll continue to watch that. But Florida looks to be in the crosshairs. Eastern Cuba, of course, Hispaniola continuing to be in the crosshairs of this storm. Let's take a look at forecast across the nation. Looking on into your day, well, we're past the middle of the week, Thursday. That front continues to press towards New England and down through the southern states. Southern states will see the heaviest rain, and we'll start to see some moisture from Chantal here, getting entrained across the Florida Peninsula, and temperatures will begin to cool. Look at this behind the front, low to mid 70s with low humidities. This is really nice across the upper Midwest from Chicago over to Detroit and to Buffalo. Mid to upper 70s, some lower 70s in between the cities and the cooler rural areas. Very nice, a very nice comfortable day. And you know what, TGIF, we'll continue to watch that front press further east and scour out all that humidity out of the air. The problem area is going to be continued the southeast here. We're putting the southeast under a high risk of flooding from Florida northward to the Carolinas. This could be a real problem across much of the southeast as we continue to watch the moisture from Chantal and another tropical wave begin to interact with this front. That's pretty much going to do it for MeteoMark. I'll continue to watch Chantal. However, the main threat is a big rainmaker. Like me on Facebook at MeteoMark. Subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. Here's a 4-day forecast for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira in the northern tier counties, Pennsylvania, including the Poconos and Catskills. Let's look at your Thursday. We're looking a lot of clouds. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, but this is where we begin to see lower humidities throughout the day. As the day presses on, humidity will drop. Temperatures will actually drop into the upper 70s, mid to upper 70s. Very nice. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are looking the best, especially Friday and Saturday. This is up, mid to upper 70s across the Susquehanna region of Pennsylvania and New York. Look at these overnight lows, dropping down into the low to mid 50s. You can't beat that. A nice weekend for Susquehanna region of New York and Pennsylvania. That's going to do it for MeteoMark.